Hello community, welcome to TeQh Talk series on discovering future-ready skills. I am Xyryn Geneza, a blueprint designer. And for the third episode of TeQh Talk, we are delving on designing an effective business process flow. Today, we'll talk about what a business process flow is, how will this help you in your job, how do we identify the effectiveness of a design, the importance of effective design, best practices, and most importantly, why it's an important skill, and how we can be future ready for it. What is a business process flow? A business process flow is a flowchart or diagram that illustrates the end-to-end process of a certain activity that produces a specific output for a particular customer or market. In any industry, we have a standard process we follow to provide resolution to a specific concern. And depending on how a flow or process was designed, it will have a significant impact on its effectiveness. So now, how can we identify if the design is effective? Here's an example of a business process flow. Let's say this is an online shopping business process. The customer placed an order online, and then the seller checks if the item is out of stock or in stock. If it's in stock, he will process the payment, print the invoice, send to warehouse for fulfillment, have the courier pick up the item and ship it to the customer, and the item will be delivered. On the other hand, the customer placed an order online, the seller checked in the inventory, it's out of stock. And then he will then notify the warehouse and marketing team to update their website that the item is no longer available. Then they will advise the customer as well that the item is no longer available. And that is an example of a good or effectively designed business process flow. Now, let's look at the other example. Customer placed an order online. Then the seller processed the payment right away. He printed the invoice, then sent the item to warehouse for fulfillment. And then he had the courier pick up the item. And when the item was delivered, the customer received the wrong one. And this is an example of a bad business process flow. Why is it important to have an effective design? Based on the example provided, it is important because we value our customers' experience. Therefore, having an effective design would contribute to increasing customer satisfaction. And having an effective business process flow design will enable you to detect gaps easily and will give you the opportunity to streamline processes, which will result in consistency and would scale up your productivity. Now, let's learn about what are the best practices we can apply when creating effective business process flow. There are 4 objectives we need to meet to have an effective design. First, the design should be scalable, meaning we can add more steps or even a small process easily or remove a certain portion in the diagram without affecting the entire process. Number 2, the design should be manageable, meaning if we need to apply modifications in the diagram in the future, we can accomplish it without great difficulty and the time spent in updating the flow will be minimum. Third, the diagram should be easy to troubleshoot, meaning it should be easy to read and understand by other designers so they can apply their updates smoothly. And last but not the least, which is the most important of them all, understanding the user's perspective, meaning to put ourselves in the shoes of the involved entities. That way, we can understand more and ensure the effectiveness of the process flow. Why do you think designing effective business process flow is a future-ready skill? In an organization, business processes are constantly evolving, and it can determine the future success of a company. Therefore, an organization should prioritize improving their business processes to make them effective and efficient as possible. Business process flows are the starting point of programming. Having an effectively designed business process flows will contribute to development of automation. And when automations are further developed, it will make the processes faster, efficient, and seamless. An example of automation is RPA, which stands for Robotic Process Automation, which was discussed in the first TeQh Talk series, And to define it in simpler terms, according to thoughtfulautomation.com, it is an automation software that handles tedious manual digital tasks and transfers the work of a human worker to a digital worker. RPA saves companies time and money while enhancing productivity by allowing associates to focus on critical work. One of the specific examples of RPA, according to thoughtfulautomation.com, is chatbots. A customer usually interacts with a chatbot when they land on a company's support page. It would usually pop up on the page and ask the customer for their inquiry, then provide self-serve options customer can leverage. Another one is used in payroll. RPA bot can verify employees' data across multiple systems and validate timesheets, earnings, and tax deductions. RPA can also administer taxable benefits and other reimbursements. Those are just few examples of automation. There's still a lot out there that I did not mention. It is believed that the future of automation would be artificial intelligence. Let's look forward to that. That's it! I hope you learned a lot from this episode. For more Tech Talk topics on discovering future-ready skills, stay tuned. If you're looking for a job that would help you grow as an individual and allow you to grow at your own pace, be one of our tech innovators by joining our growing community. Head on to our LinkedIn account for all our tech job hiring roles. Aside from the amazing benefits, diverse, inclusive, and fun culture, your career growth is sure to reach greater heights here with you. At Quantrics, we make connections real. Join us!